So since I signed to Cactus, I feel like I've been involved, but it was only once in a while. I feel like for Utopia it was quite different. So a lot of the beats that I have on there, it's like collaborations with me and Travis together. Like we started the beats and then he would just like take it to a whole other level. So yeah, I was just working really closely with him, and that was kind of the closest I've ever really worked with him, where we're like back and forth on FL Studio.
Yeah.
Like he's adding ideas, I'm adding ideas.
Yo, just want to let you know that this video is sponsored by Shopify. Let's get it. What's going on, guys? You're watching Kids Take Over, Vancouver to Toronto right now. I'm with a legend, big legend, WondaGurl. How's it going?
Pretty good. How you doing?
I'm good. What you do today?
I just woke up.
It's 5 o'clock. It's 5 p.m.
Yeah. I saw my niece. That was nice.
Okay, that's nice.
That's why I'm kind of late. Not gonna lie.
All good. I mean, were you like up late night in the studio or something? Is that what?
Yeah,
Okay.
I was in the studio, and then yeah, I came home at around like 5.
I feel it. Well, thanks for coming. Honestly, I've been a fan for a long time. You know, like we've met before, obviously.
Yeah.
And I just want to start by giving you your flowers. I feel like you are genuinely on like the Mt Rushmore of producers. And this isn't even like a Canadian all-time thing. This is just like generally like all-time. And people would agree with this. Like you are like one of the best to ever do it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's big.
Yeah, so if no one has told you that recently,
Yeah.
like I have to tell you, you know?
Appreciate it, man.
I want to talk to you about like Wonderchild, what you're doing with that, all the Billboard songs you've produced. But I do want to take it a bit back for people who like don't know your you know how you started, because you started this music stuff like, but you've been doing it for like a long time. Like when did you start this? Like what age?
I started when I was about 9. Started taking it seriously when I was 13, 12, and then like everything kind of started going crazy when I was 16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you even start at 9? Like what does that even look like?
I don't know. It's weird because it just like, again, I always say like literally this is just my purpose. I was like born for this. At that age, I was just, when I got a keyboard, I just wanted to make instrumentals, you know, and that was really what interested me. But yeah, that's really it. My grandma gave me a keyboard.
Yeah. Did you ever play those games online? Like, I don't know what website it was on. It was either like Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon, but like they had these games where you can go and like make music in it.
Yeah, I've done like a couple. I don't know which ones it was at that time. But yeah, at that time, like, especially after probably around 12, 13, because that's when I like started using a computer a lot.
Yeah.
I was kind of just searching up music production and all that stuff and just even trying to figure out what exactly that was.
Yeah.
And I'd come across a lot of stuff like that. Yeah.
There was this one game, I don't know if you remember, it was like an Andre 3000 game where he has like a band.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking
I've never
about.
played it, but like everybody always talks about it.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
I do know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's like some of the most fun things as a child is like just playing with like instruments. Even like I bet I did it and like I don't make music, but like it's just so much fun, right?
For sure.
Yeah. I know we have different careers, but like looking back on it, we kind of have some similarities because I started when I was like 17 interviewing. You started like, you were in a beat battle and you were 14 years old. Like that's unheard of.
It was crazy. Yeah, they actually changed the rules too. They made it all ages because of me.
Because of you, they changed it?
Yeah, so I sent beats to them because it was 19 plus. Yeah, they're like, oh yeah, we're not gonna do it this year, but next year we'll change it, and they actually did. And then I was able to join.
Just so that you could enter?
Yeah, so I sent beats to them when I was 13.
Oh my God.
The next year I was 14, and then I didn't win, but the next year after I won.
I heard that like a story that you actually were gonna like go off stage because you were like getting anxiety or like you were nervous.
Yeah, I definitely wanted to quit. If my mom wasn't there, I would have quit.
So what did your mom say to you? Like
my mom was like, yeah, like come on, just go back out there. Like you're doing a good job. Like, cause I don't want to be in front of a crowd, especially like at that age, and just because of how shy I was. I never wanted to be in front of that crowd, like just playing my beats. But I knew I had to do it in order to get people to hear it.
Yeah.
So she gave me a little pep talk, and yeah.
And you ended up winning that one.
Yeah.
That's insane. Shout out to your mom. I would have like hugged her so hard after that.
I know, I did, for sure. She was right there on stage with me. We were all just there smiling.
That's amazing. Yeah. I mean, I think it's so important for young people to have things like that. And if they weren't doing it, I really wanted to do it like in New York or something like that. It would be dope if you judged one of our beat battles.
I don't like judging.
Really?
Yeah. Just the whole like
critiquing?
Idea of judging. It's like.
Why is that? Is it because you just don't want to like put someone down?
Yeah, I found myself putting a lot of people down, not on purpose, because I'm just very honest. But yeah, just like I hate like, okay, yeah, your beat is an 8 or you know, like it's whatever. I don't really want to be the one doing it, but I'd love to come and watch because I love the culture.
I feel it. I remember I would go and like watch Southside like IG lives, and he's like so like blunt about like his opinion, right? So he'd be like, oh, this shit is ass. Like
I know.
Trash, horrible, trash, horrible.
They said your shit trash and ass. This shit is out of here.
It's like
I respect it though.
Yeah, I
like
respect it.
you
He's
know,
super honest.
I just as long as you don't take it too seriously, it's like actually helpful.
What if you heard just like a really like goofy ass like beat? Like would you just still be nice about it? Like
no, I'm not nice.
I don't believe that. You don't seem like
I'm nice, but like when I actually have something to say, like and I'm not gonna say it in a rude way, but I'm gonna be very honest, and people are gonna be like, oh. Sometimes they're like, oh damn.
Interesting. I just don't. When I look at you, talk to you, you don't seem like anyone who would give like
I know
a mean like.
No, I'm not
insult.
like. Yeah, I'm not mean about it, but I just don't sugarcoat in any way, you know?
No, I respect that. I think one thing that's important in your story, obviously, is how you got the song on Magna Carta. That's like, you know, it's huge. Like you were what, 16 years old when that happened? How exactly did that happen? Because I know that beat originally wasn't for Jay-Z.
No, it wasn't. I actually made it for Pusha T.
Okay.
So yeah, I made the beat in Metalworks out here in Mississauga. And I knew that something was gonna happen with it as soon as I made it.
Was
I don't know, it was just a feeling. Like you can't even really explain that feeling. Yeah, after that I sent it to Travis, and like maybe a day after, Travis he's like, oh, the king is on your beat or something like that.
The king?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I had no, like he's super cryptic. I didn't know what he was talking about. And then like just the days kept going by, and then I saw that him and Travis were in the studio together, and I saw like a little snippet, and it was the beat playing in the background. So I don't know. It was all just so surreal, that whole moment.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, it's so funny because the first time I saw you being associated with Travis Scott was like this video where, because I know that you produced Uptown, so he was playing it, and then like, dude, he like put you in the crowd. And you're just like this, and you're just like floating in the crowd.
I know, that was like a lot for me.
Let's go. Carry it. Carry it. Carry it. Let's go. Pick up high as fuck, actually. Let's go. What's up, Wonda Girl?
It's actually crazy because it's so like, it's such a full circle moment because that was where the beat battle was at.
No way, the same venue? That's wild.
It's wild.
So what happened that day? Like he just brought you on, like.
Yeah, I linked up with them before,
Yeah.
and then we went to the show, and this was, I'm pretty sure, his first show in Toronto. Told me to come up, and I didn't know what he was asking me for. It's like, I thought I was just gonna say hi to people, and he was just gonna shout me out. And then he started talking about how he wants me to feel how he feels when he performs the track. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I took my jacket off. He told me to take my jacket off, and then. Yeah, and then he pushed me in the crowd. And it was such a slow like push because I was like, I don't really want to go out there.
Right.
So he's like this, and I'm just like, and I just fall gracefully into the crowd.
Yeah, it's kind of like a meme, low key. Yeah. Could you like, is that like your first and last time crowd surfing, you think?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I got you.
I'll never do it again.
Really?
Yeah.
But I do see you doing like shows, like your own shows.
Yeah.
But no crowd surfing.
No.
Got you.
I feel like women shouldn't crowd surf.
Yeah, that's kind of weird to be honest, yeah.
Yeah. It's very touchy.
That's true.
Yeah.
How did you initially even make that first connection, like to even like get in with Travis Scott? Like you're just like kid from what, Brampton, Mississauga?
Yeah. So I was going to LA.
Yo, what's good, y'all? I just want to say I definitely admire how WondaGurl is more than just a beat maker. Like, this girl is a creative entrepreneur, and a lot of you guys watching are too. Producers, artists, clothing designers, And if you guys are monetizing off your art, I really hope you're doing so by using Shopify. You guys already know I use it for all things KTO, all of our merch drops, the last t-shirt drop, these hoodies that we want to drop soon. Like, it's really easy for me because I don't need to watch a ton of tutorials on how to get my products up and keep track of sales. And I even got to connect our store to our Instagram. So when a lot of you guys are commenting on the hip hop posts, you're also getting to see my products on the same page. I use the starter plan, which is super affordable. I personally think that's all you really need in the beginning. So if you want to use my custom KTO URL, feel free to do so. It's also in the description. But yo, Shopify, I appreciate you so much for supporting creators like myself. But let's get back into this WonderGurl interview.
This was after the beat battle, so like I kind of had a little name.
You had that clout, yeah. You had that beat battle clout.
Slightly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I went to Hit Boy's house while I was in LA because I connected with his photographer, and then he played beats for him, and then we were connected since then.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, Travis was at Hit Boy's house. I didn't know who he was. And he
really?
Was, yeah, no, he was like, this was probably 2012, yeah, 2012.
Oh, this is before days before Rodeo.
Yeah, so it was like right before.
Yeah.
And actually right before Al Pharaoh.
Ooh, so he was like really unknown at that time, yeah.
So, yeah, we didn't really talk at all. And I connected with Hit Boy's artist, Audio Push.
Okay.
And sent them beats. There was this one beat where I was like, I want to hear Travis, them, and Pusha T on it. Because the beat was, Uptown was really inspired by Blocko, Pusha T's song.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, I want to hear all these guys on this one beat. And then Audio Push sent it to Travis. And Travis was like, I want this beat for myself. And messaged me.
Yeah?
And that's really how that started.
What did he message you on, like Facebook and
Twitter.
Twitter. Okay, I got you. How did that lead to you then doing things like God Level and like the prayer 90210?
That's me just sending beats.
Yeah?
Yeah, because it was just like, I was kind of one of the producers that he was super locked in with. And whatever he needed, I would just send over stuff, you know? So I just kept sending beats.
Interesting. I want to ask you a question then, because like, I'm sure there's producers watching this that wonder like, okay, well, there's people that get stuff placed, but then they don't know how to like maintain that relationship and like keep working with that person. Yeah. So like, what would you say? I mean, you did like a great job of that. So how can someone maintain the actual relationship?
It's hard because placements come from anywhere now, you know? Like it could be, and it was the same back in the day too, but it could be like through an A&R. And it's hard to really even build a relationship if it's through someone else and you're not really connected with the artist like that. Because a lot of the times, the first time you meet that artist, when it's like that, is like, whether it's at their show or something, but it's after the fact, and it's up to them if they want to really connect with you or not. But yeah, if you're sending beats, then you just got to be consistent, you know, and you're actually connected to this artist. You just got to be consistent, keep hitting them.
But did you like show face a lot? Is that why you think it worked so well for you?
I think it's because like Travis just hit me directly, you know?
So I think that in that case, your work was just that good that he had to do that. Yeah,
he just really wanted to work with me. But it's not the case for a lot of people. Like I said, a lot of the times it's just through other people, especially nowadays where it's like you can get a beat in so many different ways.
So. That's true. Yeah, I've seen people get like big artists get placements and like they don't even know who produced it.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the case most of the time.
Yeah, I feel it. I mean, I want to talk about UTOPIA because you damn near produced like almost half the album. You did like 6 songs, right?
Yeah, 5 or kind of, yeah.
How can it be kind of?
I'm just all over, yeah.
Yeah. Dude, walk me through the story of your process with these songs. Like, how did you know like what type of beats to make? Were you given like some instructions or?
Well, with that, it was like really just Travis starting these beats. And then so a lot of the beats that I have on there, it's like collaborations with me and Travis together. Like we started the beats and then he would just like take it to a whole other level. So yeah, I was just working really closely with him. And that was kind of the closest I've ever really worked with him, where we're like back and forth on FL Studio. Yeah. Like he's adding ideas, I'm adding ideas. Like, it was really fun.
Was it done like virtually, that he was sending you things and you were sending him stuff back?
Some of them, but most of them were just in person.
Really?
Yeah.
I saw this picture and I'll put it up on the screen. It was like you and BNYX at this session with Rick Rubin.
Yeah.
And I know that session was with Travis Scott as well. So
Yeah.
like, how did that all happen?
Yeah, like we were just Travis was finishing his album at Rick Rubin's studio. He wasn't actually there, Rick Rubin.
Oh.
But it was like his studio. When he was there, I missed him, sadly.
That sucks.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just we were just finishing the album there. Like at that point, the album was basically done.
I got you.
You know, we were just adding extra songs.
I got you. What do you think was different about this time versus past times? Because I think what you're saying is that you're more involved, like physically.
Yeah. So since I signed to Cactus, I feel like I've been involved, but it was only once in a while. I feel like for Utopia it was quite different because I was just linking up with everybody a lot more, even like building the relationship with all those guys more. Because back in the day, they never really used to see me. I was just too young to really
go out
all over the
like
place.
Yeah.
You know, and my mom was just like also nervous about that type of stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was fun. It was great to really connect with everybody like that and build songs like that because I never really did that.
My favorites are the ones you did were Hyena, My Eyes, and Circus Maximus. I think Circus Maximus was like the most like you beat. Like,
yeah, I feel like I have the smallest amount of production on Circus Maximus.
really?
That was like Travis. Like
No way. That's like I definitely thought that was all you, dude. Like, and like cause it sounded like it took inspo from like Black Skinhead and stuff. And
yeah, I feel like that just came from Travis. You know, he started that idea. We did that in New York, and yeah, I just added like a couple things. I didn't add too much to that one, but I'm grateful. I never had one with the Weeknd before, so.
Oh yeah, and like, dude, you're from like Toronto. Like, you need to have music with
I
Weeknd, you know? And it's not even like you have a different styles. Like, you and the Weeknd would make very great music. Like,
I know.
Yeah.
Eventually, I hope we could actually like lock in because we'd make some crazy stuff together.
Absolutely, dude.
Yeah.
I know I talked about BNYX earlier. He's like really inspired by you. Like, he thinks of you as like one of the GOATs as well. So like, how was that seeing like him publicly like say that? Even like, I'm sure privately he told you that you're such an inspiration to him, and he's like the hottest producer out right now.
It's sick.
Yeah.
I was like saying BNYX is gonna have the craziest run for like years now. I'm not gonna lie, because he can do everything, like every genre, like, and I know like it's not just hip hop with him. Like, he's gonna go and do other things, you know? He can tap into anything. He can play a lot of instruments. I'm super inspired by him.
Really?
So yeah.
Yeah. How so?
I just like the fact that he can do everything and play so many instruments is just like sick to me. And he created like a whole different type of trap sound.
Yeah.
And I really respect that. Anybody who can do that, because not everybody can do that, you know?
Who else do you think has done that, like at least in the modern age, like the past like 15 years, where they created like a new trap sound as a producer?
Metro for sure.
Yeah.
Southside for sure. And honestly, I don't know if you're familiar with Redda.
Redda, yeah. With like, what's it called, Supertrap?
Supertrap.
Yeah.
Supertrap is so good.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Lancey kills it on those beats.
Yeah, he really does.
Have you worked with Lancey yet?
We did that track "Stay Up" by Casey.
Oh yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
But I haven't like actually like
locked in with him.
Not yet.
That would make a lot of sense. I feel like you could like, because he hasn't really tapped into that sound yet, in my opinion.
Yeah.
A lot of his stuff is super trap.
Yeah, it is,
you know?
for sure.
Or like he has this producer named like Bally, I think.
Yeah, Bally's hard.
He's amazing. Yeah. So you mentioned earlier, you said you signed to Cactus as like a publishing deal in conjunction with Wonderchild, right?
Yeah. So Sony, ATV, I did a joint venture with them.
Got you.
Yeah.
How does that like? What is Wonderchild like? Because I've been seeing it everywhere, and like obviously like we cover a lot of artists, and you know we got Jugger in the room, like we've covered Jugger and things like that. So what is Wonderchild Records?
It's my label. It's just an extension, you know, of WondaGurl, I guess. Just trying to curate the best producers, best artists, just create special children.
Even like the name and the logo, like I think it's so interesting. Like the star.
Yeah, so it's a Ghanaian like symbol.
Okay.
That essentially means child of the heavens.
Okay.
I don't want to butcher the pronunciation of the name, so I'm not gonna say it.
You're good.
If you want to put it up on the screen.
Yeah, I'll do that.
So yeah, it came from that. And I just thought it really went well with just the whole name.
Yeah, well, it was through you how I found Jugger, and then like JoJo was, I don't know if I should say this, but like JoJo was showing me like Ryan and like
Yeah, of course.
yeah, incredible stuff. Like I don't know if that's you finding all this stuff, or obviously you have to approve it, but like you've been working hard behind the scenes with like these artists. So how do you find them? Yeah, how do you find them?
Everything is really organic, and everything so far, well, most of it has been through like social media. With Jug, I was just working with Killy a lot, and he was around, and then we started working together, and we were just creating a crazy sound together.
Yeah.
So it only made sense for me
Yeah.
to even just keep locking in with him and find him a situation.
Yeah.
And he's really the reason why Wonderchild is even a thing.
Who?
Jug.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, just because I didn't have a name for it, and I was figuring out a joint venture situation with one of these labels, but it was really Jug that like pushed that whole label thing, you know?
That's fire. I remember when you guys put out Psycho, and I'm just like, I was so amazed, dude. I've never heard production like that. I know like there's Travis Scott exists and whatnot, but like, I was just so amazed at how experimental all the stuff was. Dude, I would like meet with artists and stuff, and I just put them on to like microdose, and I'd be like, dude, listen to this. It's so cool. And then in the beginning, they'd be like, whoa, what the fuck?
I know,
like, I don't get this. And
so
then,
new.
Right? It's so cool. So like, how's everything going with like Jugger and like in the music?
Everything's going really well. We're about to finally drop the next album, that like his first album basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm excited about that. The production is just as good as Psycho in my opinion, so
yeah,
if not better.
Hell yeah. I think the best production was actually on Boogeyman.
Yeah, Boogeyman production is crazy.
Every song, the transition, it's like you can literally play one song.
For sure. And so, yeah, the album is really just the best of both worlds, you know? And Psycho, it's a whole different vibe. You just have to hear it. It's really good.
Sure.
It's really good, and I'm excited for it to drop.
If I was here longer, I'd love for you guys to play it, but like I have to catch a flight. But I was.
Yeah, I'm sad about that, man. Stay longer.
I know. I have a family thing tomorrow in Surrey.
It's okay. Oh, it's all good.
It's a long flight. But who else are you excited about in Wonderchild?
Ryan. I'm excited about everybody, honestly. I'm excited about the producers as well. But Ryan, I'm very excited about. He has no music out yet, but all his unreleased stuff is so amazing. Chris Larocca as well. He's been dropping stuff, and everything's just sounding so great and looking so great with him. Yeah. It's those three artists right now. Excited about Josh too. I don't know if you're familiar with Josh. He's from here.
One of you guys are telling me about him. Yeah.
Yeah, he's dope too. You should check him out.
From Toronto?
Yeah.
How do you spell it?
JAHSH.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to do that. Would you ever do your own WonderGurl album?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Sure. Yeah.
Is that something that you're like already working on?
I'm currently working on like more instrumental stuff right now.
Yeah.
Because I just feel like I need to let that side out of me right now. And it's easier to do, like, because I was trying to do like the Metro Boomin type of projects before, and it was just hard to get like artists on everything as fast as I wanted it.
Yeah.
It's cool, but it just turned into something that was very tedious.
Yep.
So I just like went back to what I was doing before, which was dropping instrumentals. I'm like just really focused on that because it's fun for me.
I got you. You know what? I feel you, because and I actually have a lot of respect for Metro, because people don't understand that just because you're friends with all these artists doesn't mean that they're like gonna be on your time like right away, you know? And the fact that he has like not only the best people, but like the music's actually good, and like let's say for example you got like one of your like close artist friends on it, like it's also another thing of like, what if you like don't really like it that much and you want them to like do other stuff on it?
Yeah.
It's not easy to tell someone like.
It's not. Like once you have that, it's that, you know?
That.
And it's, yeah, it bothers me because I'm trying to like really curate an amazing body of work.
Yeah.
And there's most of the time not on the same page.
Yeah. And you don't want to put something out that you're not like super proud of. Just
100%. Just to put it out. I get it. Like, you know, just having those names out there connected to my name, but I'd rather like, yeah, I'm just very passionate about like albums and perfectly curated albums, you know?
Yeah, I'm the same way. I mean, the instrumental stuff will still be exciting, of course, you know?
There's still gonna be some vocals on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's just like the instrumental is leading.
That's like the focus,
you know? Yeah.
I could so see you doing like, cause I know you do DJ sets, like you playing your own music.
Yeah, that's what I wanna get to, cause I don't like DJing that much.
Like you don't like just playing songs?
Like I don't wanna like, be a club DJ at all. That stuff. Kind of
What's like your vision then for like you being a DJ?
Like Katra, Skrillex, Fred again, like those people, like even those trance producers, the techno producers, like there's this guy named Anima. I don't know if you ever heard of him, and I don't know if I'm saying his name right.
For producers watching this that are like super hungry and like, you know, talented beat makers, what would you say it takes to get signed to like a Wonderchild? Like, what do they need?
Mainly like, first of all, it starts with like a sound, just something that like makes you stand out. Cause I don't really want to sign anybody that kind of just makes like beats that are kind of already out there. I just
like type beats. You don't
want. No type beats at all. Just like needs to be a sound, something special about you.
Yeah.
Like, cause it's not like I'm just trying to have like a person, like these producers be under me in any way. I want them to go and kill it and have their sound and change the music industry in some way as well. So that's the first thing for me. And then like work ethic as well. Like just really making a lot of beats, sending a lot of beats to me as well, consistently working with a lot of artists, having confidence in themselves as well.
Are you like, for the people watching, like are you like checking your DMs when people send you things ever?
Yeah. Most of the time when I find a producer, I usually just land on like one of their beats on the Explore page or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Like it just comes to you basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, sometimes I'll check my DMs, but a lot of them are just like not really the best.
I feel you. I feel you. I want to ask this. I always thought like you have done so many like amazing things and are so like well accomplished, but you're not like really bragging about it. Not to say that you should brag, but there definitely are other people that will like publicize it a bit more. Why is that? I kind of always respected that about you, that like people will respect you, you know, but you won't like go out and like brag about things.
Yeah. Really what it comes from is knowing that boasting is a sin. Like especially like when I was young and they would say that in church, I would just like really like, it would just really resonate with me. And I feel disgusting when I do it anyways. So I literally don't even like, I understand, and I kind of have like, I started off with not a lot of confidence in myself in the first place. But like just being overly confident was always just so like uncomfortable for me. And I'd rather not just do that, you know?
Yeah, or like when you're talking to somebody and they're doing that. And
yeah, I'm like, not even, it doesn't even make me feel good, you know? Like, it's just like, okay.
Does that happen when you go to LA?
Yeah.
How do you feel, like, how do you feel about that? I hate that.
Yeah, it's, I respect it though. I don't like to be in those conversations, but I respect anybody who like will actually do that because they're just selling themselves. Like, and you kind of have to do that in LA.
That's a good point, yeah.
You know? You kind of just have to like be that type of person just to really get, like climb up the ladder, you know?
I feel that. There is a point in time where like, I mean, I still might do this, but like, I want to make more videos that show like the journey and stuff. And sometimes you have to like vlog things, right? So let's say like I'm at an interview shoot and I'm just kind of vlogging the process. Like that can come off as like, oh, you're trying to get as much content out of this as possible and stuff, you know? But then I get your point is like, you need to do those things.
Because, you do. Like, you have no idea how many people tell me like, you gotta turn into that type of person. Yeah. And I understand why they're saying that. I completely understand why they're saying that, because the person who is like that will get a lot further faster than like someone who's really quiet about, you know, like me, you know? It's just, but it's been working for me, you know? Yeah. And I'll never be allowed like, like this is what I did. I literally feel so disgusting every single time. I'm like,
no, I feel it. Dude.
Yeah, I worked on this, I did this.
I totally feel it. But I think your resume speaks for itself, and You seem pretty like tame and quiet, you know?
Exactly.
But the people that you work with are so like high energy and loud. Like I always think back to like the video of Travis Scott like slapping the laptop, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, how are you working with them? Because you're like polar opposites.
I know.
You ever think about that?
I do all the time, and it's like always like sometimes it'll be a little awkward at points for me at least.
Yeah.
It's just like so much energy coming at me, and I'm just like I don't know how to handle it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just cool because I feel like I need people like that around me. If everybody was just quiet, it'd be like, yeah, it'd just be even more awkward maybe.
Has there ever been a moment with an artist where you're like, dude, like I just feel so out of place?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Like a lot of artists. Yeah, too many.
Yeah. I love your whole motto, like the whole enjoy life thing, even like your profile picture, all that. I could never picture you being like pessimistic or anything.
Yeah. Yeah, it always seems like everything is perfect because people don't really put like the bad things on social media or whatever it is. But yeah, like I go through roadblocks all the time. I've been going through stuff like since I've been back from LA. So life isn't always easy. And when I say enjoy life, like especially when I tweet it, it's always a note to self. Instead of really like just telling people you have to enjoy life. For the most part, it's just for me to remember to always do that. So I'll just let that out into the world. But it's also, it's really for me to just like take that in.
I thought it was you telling people.
No. I mean, yeah, enjoy life for sure, but you're not always gonna enjoy life.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's just like, I'm just always trying to spread out positive energy no matter what. So it's like, if I'm not feeling that positive, my little note to self.
Yeah.
Hit send and it's positive energy for everyone else.
Yeah. No, I love that. How have you, or have you ever been in a situation where there's like stressful deadlines, like when it comes to like sending a beat out like at a certain time, like how do you deal with that?
Yeah, it happens all the time. And a lot of the times I'm late. Like I've never been good at like meeting deadlines, especially like I wish I was better at that. Like wish I took it more seriously in school.
Yeah.
Like I'd be like, and I'd like do very well under pressure for some reason.
Yeah.
Or maybe that's just like what I think. Like I'm the worst. Like don't even.
Yeah. You know, you mentioned the school thing. Like, what do you think you'd be doing if you took like the school route and you didn't just go full out in music?
I would have done culinary arts, and I probably would have been like a chef.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love cooking. I love food. Yeah, it's like another way to kind of. It's another creative outlet. You know.
Yeah.
That's why I love like making food so much, and I love the art of like just food. A lot of these dishes are just like this creation that someone made. You know.
Yeah.
You're like mixing seasoning, different
it,
ingredients. Like,
what do you cook? Like
anything. I just go online, get a recipe, and cook it.
Do you get your recipes from TikTok?
Sometimes, if something good pops up.
There's some good stuff.
There's some really good stuff
there's
for
some
sure.
Good stuff, yeah.
Instagram too. I think mainly Instagram. Depends on what I'm feeling that day. Like, or if I have a dish at a restaurant, I try to like recreate it, whatever it is.
What is, I'm sure people have asked you this. So I want to know what your favorite song was to produce, but not just because the song like blew up and it got like 500 million streams, right? What was your actual favorite song that you've ever produced? Favorite
song I ever produced? I really love Sirens on Utopia. I really love No Idea as well. I just like, it's just such a good song. And that beat, I really love that beat too. It could also be like things that aren't like on DSPs. Like you did like High Fashion. Like I thought that was one of your... Yeah, I like High Fashion, but I feel like High Fashion, I added stuff to it and it's sick, but like, I wouldn't say I like fully produced that, you know? Excuse Me by Jugger is like... That beat is just so, I don't even know, I don't know what was wrong with me when I made that beat. What was wrong with you? No, it was just such an aggressive, like angry, I don't know what type of vibe I was in, but it was, that beat's so good. Also, the intro to Boogeyman, I don't remember, is that track called Boogeyman? I don't, the intro? Yeah, it's called Boogeyman. Yeah, right? Yeah. That beat is crazy. Yeah. Now you have to pick one. What?
Yeah, that's
No, I can't. It's so hard for me to pick one anything.
I feel it.
We can just say No Idea.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
That's a great song.
Yeah, definitely. What about Fair Trade with Drake? I know you've already worked with him on...
Yeah, so that was through Travis. That he just wanted basically a second part of it that felt like more him, and just added like just more like energy. So I added that second part mainly. He also did production on that as well.
Yeah.
It's mainly produced by Ozzy.
Oh
and
yeah,
Vinyls.
he's so talented. Definitely.
I love
yeah.
Ozzy. I love Vinyls too.
Yeah.
Vinyls is another one of my goats.
Oh yeah. I love seeing when you work with like Toronto artists and the song becomes huge, right? So obviously when you did the stuff off If You're Reading This, that was such a moment. But like, yeah, it was so cool to go on Fair Trade and be like, oh damn, this is produced by WondaGurl. Like,
Yeah.
So.
No, it was a sick one. I was very happy about that because I haven't gotten a Drake one since If You're Reading This. So yeah.
I hope you guys work together again, by the way.
I hope so too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Drake.
Yeah, definitely. Who's like your goat like when it comes to production?
My goat, definitely Timbaland.
Yes.
Ryan, do I have to pick one again?
Greatest of all time, yeah. Yeah.
Hey, let's just say Timbaland.
Timbaland makes the most sense.
Yeah.
I agree with you, by the way. I
Yeah.
think he's the best. Did you see that he's like putting on music now with like Justin Timberlake again? And that's super cool.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
That's like so dope. You know, I appreciate you for coming on. One thing I just want that we usually kind of end off with is our whole outlet is for like the youth, and you know, like a lot of young people are watching. What's like your main message that you would give out to young people who are either creatives or...
My main thing is always to stay humble and work hard. Be confident, but not too confident. For producers, I think, because I see a lot of producers get into like, just get into their head a lot over just like not getting enough placements and stuff like that. Like definitely build with one artist or two artists, just like local artists or whoever you find that isn't that huge on social media or whatever it is, you know, like, and just create a sound with them. And I feel like that's a little bit more meaningful than actually like doing the whole placement run and like really trying to, or even if it's like other producers that you really like working with as well, just building a sound and just trying to have as much fun with it as you can. Cause yeah, that whole placement game can get really discouraging.
Yeah,
you know?
I bet. Hey, well, I really appreciate you coming on. Honestly, I've been wanting to do this for a minute, and I just can't wait to hear like when you put out your actual music, and I'm really excited for that.
Yay!
So.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming on.
This is great.
Yeah, this is WonderGurl. You guys are watching Kids Take Over.
Yo, what's good, yo? Thank you for watching this WonderGurl interview. Do hit the like button because that actually helps out the channel a ton. Subscribe, even though I know we hit 100K, but now we just gotta keep going up. And I'm gonna put another interview on the screen, our last one, which was with Cole Bennett. Amazing interview. You should definitely watch that if you have not already done so. And follow us on Instagram at kidstakeover. We got a Discord in the description. And yeah, I'm gonna catch you guys in the next video.